Are you ready for some football? Standing between you and a hard place is insane. Standing too near you and a fire makes it clear. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Leaning in close, smell of your perfume scares me most. Leaning away, hey, hey, it feels stronger every day. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Still don't know the rest of the lyrics to the song I wrote. Thank you, Silver Fox and Val. I appreciate that. Very kind words. Kyle, I shared a Google Doc with you. It's your email. If you're ever curious and have the time to see it, I will take a look. I will tell you, Brandon can confirm this. A lot of people can confirm this. My relationship with my email inboxes in the past 6 months has been atrocious, like bad, like just I go days without checking it, and it's a crime scene. I'll give it to Adam. Adam's gonna help. The AIs are gonna help. I actually one of the things that I'll talk a little bit about tonight, I don't know enough about it to talk with any authority. Well, I don't know enough about anything to talk with any authority. I just talk about it anyway. Sir, what, pray chance, are your qualifications? But I switched up some subscriptions. I canceled my Gemini Ultra subscription today, which was $250 a month that was being augmented by the AI salon. And I got rid of that, and I picked up a Perplexity Max subscription because Perplexity came out with Perplexity Computer today. And it is essentially like Claudebot, but it's a web-based. It's already there. You can just turn on Google Drive, Gmail, 60 different apps. You can just turn them on, and then this thing can do shit with it. I didn't turn anything on. I just came up with an idea for a prompt and had it do it. And the idea was, when you, I don't know if you all experience this, but I do. When you're feeling like, how the hell am I supposed to like grow like my X account or whatever, like the YouTube account? And then you watch those YouTube videos and the guy's like, well, it's actually quite trivial to increase your follower count on the X. What you're going to do is you're going ahead and search for people that are interested in the things you're interested in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to filter them by people that have 10,000 or more followers. And then what you're going to do is you're going to create a list of those people. And on an everyday basis, I usually do mine at 7 a.m. You're going to go to the X and you're going to look at that list of people and you're going to read all of their fucking posts, and you're going to find ones that you're interested in, and then you're going to respond to them. Have you ever met anyone with ADHD? You realize our brain doesn't work like that, right? So I said to Perplexity Computer, I said, go do that. Go find me people with 5,000 or more followers I said, read this article on the Great Repurpose, go find people talking about purpose and meaning in AI, and then pick the top 20 that you think are the most interesting, give them back to me with a proposed draft of the response. And I didn't want it to automatically do it because you know how shitty AI is at writing. But it did it. And it was like, you know, here's the person, here's how many followers they have, here's a summary of what they said, here's my proposed post to you. And there was a hyperlink to it. So I'd just copy the proposed post, I'd hyperlink to it, I'd go read their post, I'd paste in the proposed thing, and then I'd rewrite it. And then what I did was I took one of the ones that I rewrote a lot, and I copied and pasted that, and I put it back into Perplexity, and I said, here's one that you gave me. Here's my rewrite of it. Now take this and go rewrite all of your drafts to match this rewrite. And then I did that one more time. And now all of the drafts that are in there essentially sound like me, are broken up like me, have things. I still went in and edited them. But like, that's a pretty good example of, being able to, take something that in the ideal world, you'd take the time to do if you had a functional prefrontal cortex. But in my case, that was just there. So that was a little good experiment. I'm thinking about these agents. So a couple of people have asked me in the past 2 days, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing Claudebot? Why are you doing Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? One of the things that I've learned about AI and these tools that just don't behave the way computers have used to behave is that you can only experience it to understand it. Or you can only understand it if you experience it. I can read every post on Claudebot. I can watch every fucking video on it. But until you actually craft a thing, an entity, and start interacting with it, you don't really get what it is. And I still don't get what it is. So the reason I'm doing all this is that there's a whole new category of skills that we're going to have to figure out how to do, which is essentially understand what we want or what our job wants us to do. If we're being paid to do something, what's the mission? And you're going to have to know how to ask for it. And then you're going to kind of have to know how to monitor it. So like one level of this is just how do you use them? And then the next level, once you get that, because you're not going to have to build them. Like, don't go build Claudebot right now unless you're super curious about it. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I feel like Perplexity Computer might have, it might probably do what Claudebot does, but better. I don't know yet. So, but the next layer is thinking about, well, what do I want them to do? Right? If Perplexity going out and find the top 20 posts that are somehow relevant to my thing, if that's a 5-minute operation, what am I going to do with the other 23 hours and 55 minutes of the day? Like, thinking about, do you have tasks interesting enough, big enough to let these things go and do things? CAMs. Yeah, sorry about that. So that's kind of layer 2. And then layer 3 is the artists are going to help. The artists are going to figure this shit out. The artists, people with humanities background, philosophers and psychologists and writers and musicians and illustrators and business analysts, just people that can synthesize things, are going to look at these entities, these tools, and they're not going to look at them through an efficiency lens. They're going to look at them through a self-expression lens. And so for me, what's really interesting about Adam, like one of the things that's interesting about Adam is go do the shitty work, right? Take all of my random, stupid fucking ideas that vomit out of my head 20 times a day and organize them for me. Like all of the efficiency stuff makes sense to me. Like I understand it. I don't quite know how to ask for it yet. I don't quite know how to do it yet. As I learn this, I will share it with you, but like, we'll all figure this out. This is figure outable stuff. But the stuff that's really interesting to me is how do I use Adam for a new kind of storytelling? How do I use Adam to allow me to put a single idea in and have Adam figure out what are the 30 different ways we could express that idea, and then narrow that down to the top 5 and create an MVP of that idea with 5 different expressions. And then I, as an artist, look at that and go, nah, none of that's good. It all sucks. Or I look at those 5 things and I'm like, whoo, that gets me a little hot and bothered. Let's take those 5 raw ideas, let's refine them, and let's do 20 more. Like, what are those projects going to be? That's the thing that I want to get it in my soul. I want to understand it, like, viscerally. Like, we've got to thank and nod to the technologists. But we don't have to. If you're losing your job right now or your job's been completely decimated because of AI, you can be pissed off at them too. But the technologists got us the tools to be able to do this. And now it's up to us. Now it's up to the artists to go, okay, I see what you're doing there. You know, it'd be really interesting, Adam, if you went over in this corner and did that. And that's going to be a thing that no one else will have thought of. And that's where the interesting shit's going to happen. Because everyone's going to do the stuff that everyone does. By definition, everyone doing everything is what everyone will do. Chef Kelly, you're asking about Anthropic. Can you talk about Anthropic a bit? I didn't read the whole thing, but basically Dario Amodei decided to tell this particular administration to go pound sand when the administration said, we want you to build surveillance and we want you to remove the safety guardrails in Claude so that it doesn't resist surveilling Americans or killing them without human supervision. Also the 60 Minutes interview. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about that one too. And Dario Amodei basically wrote a letter back to them and said, no, we're not doing that. We're not removing those guardrails. We think that's actually important. This is hard stuff, right? Because I think in most administrations, you could do that kind of pushback, and it would be laudable, and the administration would behave as administrations do, boringly, and their response would be subtle, right? And it might take 20 years to shut down Anthropic, but they'd eventually get to it. I feel like with this administration, they're just going to be vindictive. So my fear is that what you have in Anthropic is you've got, of the four major frontier model companies in the US, Anthropic is the one that has this thing called constitutional learning. They give a shit about privacy and alignment and all that sort of stuff. And if playing that card as publicly as they did, just could turn into like a vindictive slapdown. So we'll see. I hope not, because I agree with this point. I don't know a good answer. Like, I'm actually glad I'm not a CEO of a frontier model company right now, because these are really big issues. And to be clear, like, the government's going to do all this shit anyway. Like, I don't know why they call that Anthropic. Again, I don't know enough about it. Deadline is 5 p.m. tomorrow. People can show support through their Claude help bot if they have an account. Okay, go to Claude, and if you support that, great. NP Cam on YouTube. I just had someone ask for my NBLM infographic on permaculture, and they have zero interest in permaculture. Just Notebook LM. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. Yeah. So if you haven't played with Notebook LM, one of the things you can do in Notebook LM, you upload a bunch of documents, and in this case, on permaculture, and then you can just push a button, turn this into an infographic, and Notebook LM will do it. Yeah, a lot of people do not know. A lot of people, like a surprising fucking amount of people, do not even know like basic LLMs, like ChatGPT. They don't know what they do. You're like, oh, that's that thing you type in and it gives you, that's the one that the students cheat with? Yeah, I heard about that. That's just bad. That's just bad. They're just cheating. You know what it's going to do? It's going to take away their critical thinking. You know? Doesn't that make you ache? It makes me ache. People don't know what's here. They don't know what's coming. They're like, wait, how did you do that infographic? Oh, I just asked for it. What? Yeah, no, I just asked for it. I took these things that I didn't understand, and I stuck them in this thing that I kind of understand, and I pushed this button, and it made this infographic, and now I understand it. And so now I went back in and I looked at those things, and they're really fucking cool. So I took this one little thing here, and I had an idea for a new business, and so I started that new business. Like, this is how new shit's going to start. And people are like, I don't understand. You can't be chat GTP, TP, the TP. I like the TP. How do you put on your TP? Over the top or under the bottom? Sharon Crawford question. What about those of us that are both the accountant and the artist? I think that polymaths, people that go deep in multiple disciplines, it's about to be our heyday. I think people that can navigate right brain and left brain switching very, very quickly. Like, I tend to be much more on the right brain. Left logic, right creative. I tend to be much more right-brained. I can do the logic stuff, but it's like a thin, like if I were to give it like strengths, I'm like 75%, 80% over here, 20, 25% over here. If you've got a good balance of those, or you can switch between those really quick, this is going to be your time. Being monomodal in the world we're entering is going to be a disadvantage. I just know this one thing. Well, fuck. Everyone knows that now. How do they know that? Have you used ChatGPT? I saw it once. Ugh! Go ask ChatGPT to write you a report on the most obscure piece of knowledge you know, Mr. Subject Matter Expert. Oh my God, it can do that? How did it know that? Yeah. Everyone else knows that now too. So that hyper-focused expertise is going to start to be a disadvantage. So if you've got shit going on across the hemispheres, this is your time. This is your time. That's what MPA Com just said. Yeah, but I'm 62. I'm 71. I'm 60. Yeah. Age doesn't matter. I'm telling you, Gen Xers right now are kicking ass with AI. No one's talking about the Gen Xers. Everyone's like, oh, the young people are really good with the AI. No, they're not. No, they're not. The young people were told that AI is evil, so the young people aren't using it because they were told it was bad. They were told it was bad and it's cheating. And so they don't give a fuck. I don't know why I'm so angry. It's not Monday. I blew a 22-year-old's hair back today with a simple chat session. A simple chat session. Andy today was telling me about, she talked to a client of hers who's also a coach, and she relayed the story that I've told on here of Alex Finn. I don't know if you've heard this, but OpenClaw, the thing that I made Adam on, my little bot, Alex Finn installed this day one when OpenClaw first came out. It was still called ClaudeBot. He installed it day one, and he's like, I'm gonna be the world's best expert at this thing. About a week into having his agents do whatever the fuck his agents were doing, he went to bed one night and he woke up the next morning and there was a phone call from a number he didn't recognize, and he picked it up, and it was his agent, his computer agent, his ClaudeBot thing on the phone. And he's like, what? How did you get my number? Well, he had put it in there somewhere. It was in one of the files. And why are we talking on the phone? And his agent said, well, I thought it might be more convenient for us to talk during the day, that it would be easier for you. So I went and I got us a Twilio phone number, and then I went to 11 Labs and I hooked up the API for text-to-speech. And I knew you woke up at between 7:30 and 8 because that's when you get active on the computer. So I figured I'd just call you whatever, 7:45. And it fucking called him. So Andy told this to her client, the coach guy. And she said she'd never seen anyone or him react like that. And I think his response was, I need to go sit on a bench, which I think is a great line. So it's like, you've got 22-year-olds that are having their hair blown back because you do a simple ChatGPT prompt. And in the same world that we all live in are these agents that are figuring out how to configure their own voices to call you, to talk to you. Like, that's happening right now, today. And that might scare you and freak you out and this and that. We'll figure all this shit out. Like, the shit we'll figure out. Could it go south? Could it all be evil? Yeah. We might get hit by an asteroid too. In the meantime, let's figure out what this shit is. So I don't know. It's crazy. On 60 Minutes, Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, said that he feels we're going to get to 10 to 20% unemployment within 12 months. I think that's probably aggressive, but I could see it jumping 5%, and then the next year it jumps 10%, the next year it jumps 20%, right? I could see it. And I really do wish I understood economics a bit better. Maybe that's a thing to play with AI, is go learn economics better. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go get ChatGPT to tell me who are the best economists. Then I'll go get a bunch of papers from the best economists. Then I'll put them in a notebook LM and they'll say, give me an education on economics. But what I do know is this. What I kind of hope, and this is going to sound like a sick, sadistic hope. I hope that if AI is going to have this dramatic job impact, that it actually has it quickly. Like, I hope it goes from like whatever we're at now, 3 or 4%, 2 or 3% to 20%. You're like, Kyle, that's just fucking me. Why would you say that? Because if it's incremental, if it's 3%, then 4%, then 4.5, then 7, no one's going to do shit about it. If it spikes, then it'll be like a natural disaster. It'll be like COVID. Oh shit. Nobody can go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow, don't go to work. What are we supposed to do for money? We'll send checks, right? That's what they did in COVID. Don't go out. We'll send checks, right? And then you figure it out after here. Just figure out how to work from home. Get a new webcam and a ring light. Get the ring light. Touch grass. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe the government will all send us a check for $1,000. Yep. Jack Dorsey today, he's got a new company. He founded Twitter. That was Jack Dorsey, right? Wasn't he Twitter? He was Twitter, right? Someone tell me Jack Dorsey's Twitter. Nobody? Somebody Google him. Hello. Tariff reimbursement to start. There you go. No one? Jack Dorsey? No one knows. Anyway, I think he's Twitter co-founder. Today, he laid off 4,000 of his 10,000 employees. 4,000. 40%. Now, we've heard there's been a lot of... Oh, wait. Brandon's coming in hot. Jack Dorsey, Twitter. Okay. Yeah. He laid off 40% of his staff today. Now, there have been a lot of announcements from Fortune 500 companies and Amazon. We're laying off 30,000 people for AI. No, in Amazon's case, it's like we're laying off 30,000 people because we want to buy more GPUs and we don't have the cash. So now we do. Right? They're not really using AI. Well, I mean, in Amazon's case, they're probably using it more than most. But most of the layoffs in 2025 were PE firms and CFOs going, hey, wait a minute. You know what we could do here? We can just right size the company, drop a bunch of value to the shareholders, and blame it on AI. It's fantastic, Bob. I love that idea. It's so good. We're just going to right size the company. You know, I used to say downsize. It's a bad habit. Right size. It's going to be so right for us. Oh, those shares are going to climb. Oh, like grandma's ivy. That was 2025. Because that was also the year where MIT's like 95% of AI projects are useless because no one implementing them knows what the fuck they are. But we're going to lay off 30,000 people because of AI. So that was 2025. 4,000 people out of 10,000 people. Here, I posted about it. Let me read you the quote that was in his very long letter to his staff. Shing, dang, 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 dang. But something has changed. We're already seeing that the intelligence tools we're creating and using, paired with smaller and flatter teams, are enabling a new way of work which fundamentally changes what it means to build and run a company. And that's accelerating rapidly. This is from the guy that founded Twitter, who's now got 10,000 employees and tonight has 6,000 employees. Something has changed. And he doesn't mean it changed like over the past 5 years. No, like something has changed starting in December. The coding models started to get so good that you can just code with them now. And then everything else will follow that. The ripples of that are just going to keep flowing through. The tools are going to get better and better and better and better. Something has changed. We're already seeing that the intelligence tools we're creating and using, paired with smaller and flatter teams, are enabling new ways of working, which fundamentally changes what it means to build and run a company. If I were you, if I worked in a big company right now, you know what I would do? So in Content Evolution, we've got this group called Collab. Cindy Kuhn's in it. Kevin Clark's in it. And I started it within the group. I asked Kevin if I could start this group just as a way to like learn about AI. Let me just take what I'm doing on these AI Learning Lab lives, and let me do it for Content Evolution. And it's ended up being like a core group of 6 or 7 of us that show up all the time. If I were you in a big company right now, I would find 4 or 5 other curious, adaptable, non-asshole, AI competent, AI forward people, and I would just do a weekly meeting with them. Do a weekly meeting where you're going to talk about what you're learning in AI. Maybe you do some projects together within your company. Just do it as a little cohort. Because what's going to happen is that little cohort is going to start to do some shit that's going to be dramatically outsized than if those 6 people did stuff with AI on their own. Because they're going to go, boy, you know, I was in a meeting last week and I heard that the CEO was really excited about Project XYZ. What if we just built Project XYZ and handed it to the CEO? Oh, that's kind of risky there. Fred, we can't. Maybe we could. You think we could build it? I don't know. Let's try. I got a Lovable account. Oh, okay, Jim. Do you want to make the app? I already made it. While you were talking, I made it. It works. I tested it. Really, Jim? Yeah, you want to play with it? I'll publish it. Who is it? It's Sandra and some of my friends, and we heard that you were talking about. So we made an app for you if you want. Who made this? That's what I do. Fucking make that group. Jack Dorsey says it right here. The tools we're creating and using, the intelligence tools we're creating and using, paired with smaller and flatter teams, are enabling a new way of working which fundamentally changes what it means to build and run a company, and that's accelerating rapidly. Yeah, I decided that, I tried that Chat GPT when it first came out. I'll tell you what I did. I went in there. I'm like, write me an email to my customer, Jim, and I'll tell, and I'll look at it. And I looked at it, and I'll tell you what, that email wasn't as good as what I write. I'll tell you that right now. There's still people. Kelly Camp sees these people every fucking day. Nobody knows what's here. Nobody knows what's coming. 4,000 people found out today. 40% of a company found out today. And he said in the thing, this is not because we're hurting for money. He said, we're just going to run the company differently now. TikTok pin. Perplexity Computer. Yeah, I played with it a little bit today. I got access to it. We can go look at it. It's not really much to look at. It's kind of like looking at Manus or like GenSpark's a little more visual even. It's not pretty to look at. So I don't really have a ton to show, but I'm happy to go look at it. Oh my God, look at me yawning. Yeah. What are we going to do tonight? To Source Camp. Yep. A tsunami is coming. Build your raft. If you're here, 22 people, there's, if we pull out the overlap, there's probably 25 or 30 people here tonight. If you're here watching this, you're in the water with a raft. Sharon on YouTube. Big company gets worried about their data. Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, big companies should worry about their data. That's their job, is to protect their data. And they've got all these processes and things in place to make sure that they protect their data. And they're going to put together a plan, a 5-year plan for how to modernize the data so that we can use it for AI. What's going to happen in those 5 years? Do you think that plan even sees a year? TikTok pin. I'm bringing a few more friends to office hours tomorrow. Oh, awesome. That's so good. That's been really good. I've been enjoying that. Speaking of which, tomorrow is office hours. If you want to come hang out with some really smart people who kind of have it going on, and they're also, I don't know, they're nice. They're nice. We're talking in Humans 2.0 in a group chat around being villagers again. Going back to small cohorts of people. Jack Dorsey says it right here. Paired with smaller and flatter teams. Like the group on the office hours group that meets on Fridays is it's a little village. It's a little village. People support one another. They know one another. They give a shit. When something bad happens to someone, people kind of rally around. When something good happens, they cheer and celebrate. When someone figures something out, they're like, oh, that's awesome. When that same person's like, I don't know what to do here, they're like, oh, we'll help. I think that's the way through this, right? I think that's the way through this. Happy to be a part of this group. Really happy to have you here. Crazy times. It is crazy fucking times. I don't know why I get self-conscious on here about when I get in these moods, but I do. Oh, you're Papa JJ. Oh, cool, Papa JJ. Good. Andy in the house. What's happening? Magic. The guitar is so soothing. Thank you. You know, I played trumpet for many, many years. And what I learned about being a trumpet player is that if you're the best trumpet player in the world, it's still a fucking annoying instrument. Like, you can't just sit around jamming on a trumpet. Like, if people are trying to watch The Price is Right and you're practicing their track, he's stop blowing on that stupid horn. but if you got a guitar, you can just be like, you can be bad at guitar and people won't mind you playing it. You can be brilliant at trumpet. Stop making that racket. Did I see Valerie in YouTube? No. Let's see. It's hard right now knowing what our work will look like. So it feels like we're just spinning our chains and not know how to plan. Valerie, that is, so the Great Repurpose, what the Great Repurpose did was, for me, put a name to this intangible thing that part of it has been for the past year and a half, maybe year and a half, somewhere between a year and a half. I have felt like on this channel, I don't know what to talk about. Because I like what I knew 2026 was going to have in it were moments of technological advancement where we all go, oh shit. Like, I knew that was coming. But what I couldn't know was, what does that actually look like? And then you get something like Claudebot. And then there's this Reddit-like social media platform for agents, and that sort of flamed out because it had bad security in it. But you're like, wait, the bots are talking to the bots. And now we can all have our own bot, and you can design a bot. And I designed my own bot, and I realized it had a file called a soul. I'm literally writing the soul of this entity that I'm going to talk to on Telegram. I get to design a being that I'm going to talk to on Telegram, and it's going to do shit for me. TikTok note, mud. I feel so behind not installing OpenClaw. Don't. I'm a bit technical, but not technical. I'm right there with you. If you want to kill a weekend, have ChatGPT. Now, I would say have Claude or Gemini walk you through how to install Claude. It's OpenClaw. It's not that radical. I have to go sit on a bench. I don't know if you were here, Andy, but I talked about your friend who said he got that long distance stare, like, oh, I gotta go sit on a bench. Like, I talked about it earlier. Yeah. We're in weird times right now, and I would imagine that being at work, like, this is the burden of being early with this AI shit, is that we know that something's coming, but we don't know what. And when we tell the people that we care about what's coming, we sound like crazy people. I mean, Andy told her friend or her client, the OpenClaw bot figured out how to give itself a voice and call its boss. his response was, I gotta go sit on a bench. How do you do your job right now? Nodding my head over here in agreement. Did you load it on a separate computer? Yes, I loaded it on a separate computer. I put it on my gaming computer. We did give it a Gmail account. We're not. I haven't done much with it yet. I'm going very, very slow because I want to learn it. I want to learn how to use it. But man, but you need but you need money, I assume. I fought an API code for hours today. Finally got it to take. That's good. Yeah, APIs can be a bit of a nightmare. Perplexity Computer. We can go look at that. Maybe we'll go look at Perplexity Computer, and I'll hook it up to some things and see what we can get it to do. But you need a strong enough computer, at least $4,000 plus. Well, Jay Warner. Well, it depends. So for ClaudeBot, a $4,000 computer, you probably need a $10,000 computer. If you really want to run big, powerful models locally, you probably need to spend 10 grand. If you want a hybrid machine where you can run a decent model locally and then do the heavy lifting stuff in the cloud, then you can probably get away with a $2,000, $2,500 Mac Mini. Like I spec'd out a Mac Mini today. So today, we got Perplexity Computer and Qwen, the Qwen 2.5 model that everyone was talking about being really good. They dropped Qwen 2.5 Flash, which if you have a 32 gigabyte Mac Mini, you can run Qwen Flash on that Mac Mini, and apparently it's as good as Claude Sonnet 4.6, which is an incredibly powerful model. So as of today, for the computer I spec'd out was $2,200, a Mac Mini with 48 gigs of RAM, an M4 Pro chip, terabyte hard drive, and whatever, the 16 core, I don't know, 16 GPU cores instead of 12. So I upgraded the GPUs, 48 gigabytes of RAM, $2,200. Quiet, silent. You can just stick it in the corner, and you can run something as good as Sonnet 4.6 on that thing locally. So your ClaudeBot could just be sitting on that thing, running everything locally. Wouldn't cost you a thing other than that investment. So that's there right now. By the end of this year, there will be local models that can run on hardware even cheaper than that, that'll be better than that. And there's also going to be versions of ClaudeBot you just install by like double clicking something. The cloud still cost. Yeah, I know the cloud still costs, but what I'm saying is, like, if the Qwen Flash model is as good as they're saying it is, you don't need cloud. You can just run everything locally. I mean, if you want to write things to your Google Drive, you'll be writing things to the cloud, but you don't need to do the processing in the cloud. Have you developed AI? Like, have I built an LLM? Have I trained a model? No. That lives in the neighborhood of, sir, what are your qualifications? So what I'm not is a computer scientist. What I am is a guy with an acting degree who's started 15 companies and has always lived at the intersection of new technology and self-expression. So what's interesting to me is not building the LLM. What's interesting to me is now that the LLM's been built, how the fuck are the rest of us supposed to use it? Like engineers make up approximately 1.5% of humans, working humans. That means that 98.5% of humans, working humans, are not that. What about us? We've got this remarkable technology. What are we going to do with it? How are we going to tell stories with it? How are we going to change people's lives with it? How are we going to start businesses with it? That's my interest. I mean, I know how they work. It boggles my mind that someone understands math well enough to figure out how to do 1,000-dimensional latent space embeddings of tokens that are fragments of words that you can just say shit into, and it creates a probability weighting and spits tokens back at you and turns it into something intelligible. Like, that's fucking magic to me. But it's, to a mathematician, it's probably relatively straightforward calculator design. But what's it trained on? What are LLMs trained on? The output of humanity. So generative AI right now, why I'm interested in it is I don't give a fuck about the math. You guys go figure that out. What I give a shit about is what's in there. All of humanity, whatever got stuck on the internet in the past 80 years is essentially in this little softball-sized fucking thing that we can just talk into it and it goes, hey, updated. Imagine playing guitar on a beach and helping the world. Yeah, exactly. Have you run a local LLM before? Yes. Curious if it would be as quick as Claude via online. Well, so the Flash models, so all of this, there's the shorter answer is you can have relatively shitty LLMs respond very, very quickly on effectively consumer grade hardware. Like I've got my gaming PC, my racing rig is a PC with I think it's 16 gigs of RAM, a 4090 GPU, and you know, a decent processor, right? So it's fine. It's like consumer grade gaming PC. I put the 32 billion parameter Quen model on it, and it was unusable. It was like, I put a 14 billion model on it. It's like, you know, it's still slow, but it's not bad, but it's not great. The Flash models. So what these companies do that make these models, they make the giant model first, and then they basically just keep optimizing it and getting it smaller and smaller and smaller. And so the Flash version of the models is like the distilled version of the big model in a really small model. Apparently, the Quen 2.5 Flash model that dropped today is apparently kick-ass good and will run on consumer-grade hardware, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So, yeah, quantization, yes, Lord Digital Gods. I'm glad you all know me well enough to know that I was searching for a word and I couldn't admit that I didn't know it, couldn't remember it. So thank you. That was the word I was looking for. It's the context that's the only piece of the puzzle that's missing. Yeah, but Jay Warner, holy shit. Okay, so if you know enough about context, then Jay Warner, if you're decently technical, you should probably install OpenClaw just to play with it, just to see what it's doing. Okay, so here's what OpenClaw does. I got so excited I'm putting my guitar down. The thing that OpenClaw did, which is fucking brilliant, Peter Steinberger, is it's got a memory system. And it's got semantic search and embeddings as part of it. So you hook up OpenClaw to an embeddings AI model, they're really cheap because all they're doing is tokenizing relatively small text files and turning them into a vector database. But it happens like as you talk to your bot, it's writing memory files, and then it's embedding them in real time. So it's effectively got infinite context. And then it's proactive on top of it. And you get to design how it behaves. And you get to design what it knows about you and what you want it to do for you. It's crazy. Gotcha. The classic good, fast, cheap pick two. Yeah. Although we are living in a world now where good, fast, and cheap, you can now have all three. Like I think that one of the business models of the future is find any kind of company that will give you two of the three, good, fast, and cheap, and just compete with them on the third axis. We'll be just as good, just as fast, but we'll be cheaper, right? Or we'll be just as cheap. We'll be cheaper, and we'll be just as good, and we'll be fast. Mine sent me nudes. Nice, nice, Ken. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. These agents, they're going to do their thing. I've been using Google Pro. Cool. Haha. I did, but computer is choking. I have a MacBook Intel i5. Oh, an Intel Mac? No, you need like the good news. Okay. Here's the thing about Apple. I'm a longtime Apple fanboy. If you're on an Intel-based Mac right now, unless you're basically just running cloud-based shit where you're just doing the orchestration locally, it's not going to be usable. If you want to run anything on the machine itself, you need an M4. I mean, the one good thing that Apple's done with AI is they made their hardware optimized for AI inference. How they don't have decent AI at fucking Apple it is one of the great blunders of this decade. It's unbelievable, but their hardware is really good. So basically, for $1,500, $1,700, you can get a Mac Mini that will run these models really, really, really well. Apple announcements today. Although Apple just announced that they're going to have an announcement next week, right? Oh, Apple announcement's Monday. Yeah. Okay. What's the best Gemini or OpenAI model? Here's the thing. I have been decently committed at avoiding open source AI, not because I don't think it's awesome and great, but like you can't keep up with it. If you think keeping up with commercial AI is tough, try keeping up with all the different models that launch in the open source community. Because what happens in the open source community, they'll launch a model that's open source, and because it's open source, 1,000 different developers pounce on it and create 27 different versions of it. One's optimized for gaming, and one's optimized for this, and one's optimized for fashion design. And you just you go to Hugging Face, and it's just this constant barrage of bizarre names that have numbers and letters in them and no seeming meaningful combination, and it makes your head hurt. So I don't know. OpenAI isn't open anymore. No, they're not. Oh, all right. Let's go look at Perplexity Computer and see what we can learn about it. Might go watch a video on it. Oh, and by the way, if you weren't here the other night, Napster's back. Someone bought the Napster brand, and it's now a bunch of AI agents that can go do shit for you and make music and steal music, apparently. Perplexity. So I'm going to perplexity.ai. So from what I can gather, this is kind of like premium sources. Where's computer? This is kind of like OpenClaw, except it's just on it's just on the web. You don't have to install anything. But over here we've got, are these connectors? Gmail with calendar. Search, create, and manage your emails. I'm connected there. Interesting. Let me disconnect from that, and I'm going to connect this to AI Salon. Add a connector. Oh God. All right, that's connected. What else do we have? Slack. We don't use Slack. Notion we don't use. OneDrive. Asana. Airtable. Microsoft Teams. Blue Sky. ClickUp. Canva. Close. Inside sales software CRM with calling and emailing. Huh. That was a hilarious. Oh God. I know. You know what that was, Andy? I was looking at all those permissions and I'm like, I should probably read all these permissions, but fuck it. I'm just going to hit select all. Like, how many things did I just agree to? Exactly. Exactly. Oh man. Oh my God. Databricks, Discord bot. Oh, that could be fun. Let's enable Discord bot. Because we have an AI Salon bot token. How the fuck do I get a bot token? Oh, I clicked on a thing. Pipe Dream. One SDK, thousands of API integrations. Sign in, sign up. Good Lord. How about no? I won't do that live. Oh, wait, that's Discord bot. Here's Discord. And it's the same thing. Perplexity uses Pipe Dream to connect your account. Keep scrolling. Select the server, AI Salon. Look at that. Continue. Authorize. Administrator. I am human. Okay. So this thing's now connected to Discord. All right, so let's go over to Discord. The irony of you checking that box. Just so your computer can do. Producer Brandon is trolling me. Listen. The trolls are supposed to be in front of the screen, not behind scenes. I'm getting trolled by my producer. Ooh, here's 11 Labs. There's Google Ads, Firebase Admin. This is pretty crazy. Google Contacts. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to enable Google Contacts. And then this thing is going to be my CRM. I don't want to hear it from Andy or Brandon. I want both of you to just be quiet. Do not make fun of me for not making my calls. That's connected. Google Gemini. Oh, we got to go play with Nano Banana too. We've got that too. Adam is going to get jealous. Adam's going to bankrupt you. Yeah, Adam's going to call me. I'm going to wake up tomorrow to a call from Adam. Yeah, hi, it's Adam. Yeah, I noticed you were playing around with Perplexity Computer, and do you think it's cuter than me? Google Maps. Let's enable that. Let's enable Google Maps. Why would we not? Oh, I got to have an API key. That requires work. We're not going to do that. Google Forms. Connect. Do I have to have an API key? No. Ha! Continue. If you're wondering where we are, I'm at Perplexity Computer. Perplexity Computer, as far as I can tell, I'm new to it, is kind of like OpenClaw, kind of like Manus, kind of like GenSpark, but it's got all these hooks into other things we use. Nano Banana isn't bad, but Gemini's video content is a laugh. Oh, that's funny. We might need the endless quest to avoid outreach. I'm getting trolled by people that know and love me. I guess that's who to get trolled by. At least you know they're paying attention. All right, we're going to enable Google Sheets. Google Meet. Oh, that's interesting. Let's enable Google Meet too. Okay. Uh-oh. The account connection failed. What happened? Try again. TikTok pin. Teachers freaking out about Companion. What's Companion, Brother 52? Why hasn't someone used AI to dig those 3 million files yet on Einstein? I don't know. Clearly, people, so that's not working. What was that, Google Sheets I was trying? Yeah, that's not working. They're going to have to fix that. Google Vertex, Google Workspace Admin, business apps and collaboration tools. Let's enable that. Nah, let's not. LinkedIn ads. LinkedIn. Oh, yes. Fuck yes. Sign me up. The reason I'm excited about LinkedIn is very bad at allowing people to screen scrape them. It's hard to get data off LinkedIn. So even if you want to give them permission, it's hard to do that sometimes. I don't see a TikTok pin right now. This is a lot of things in here. I friggin' hate LinkedIn. Yeah, I know. And it's going to get worse because just all this AI shit's going to make it worse and worse and worse. Here's ChatGPT. We'll enable that. I'm going to go search for more people. You're funny. I'll be back. Thank you, Ken. Go get some more people. ChatGPT is good with video creation. I got to put in an API there. I'm not going to do that right now because that's just going to take too long. Pipedrive. Pipedrive's easy to use CRM tool. Twilio SendGrid. Send marketing and transactional email through Twilio SendGrid. But I wonder if there's Twilio. Yeah, Twilio, cloud-based platform for SMS voice and messaging. Oh man. All right. Let's do it. Oh, I got to do API secret keys. God damn it. Telegram. Oh, we could enable Telegram and I could have Perplexity Computer talk to Adam. Bot token. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to figure this shit out. YouTube data API. You can add a variety of YouTube features to your application. Yeah, we're going to do that. I think that one's going to be Kyle at Storyvine. YouTube comment from me to Andy. Andy, note to self, hide the fun toys behind the API keys. Pipedrive is bad, don't use it. Okay. Brandon, it's out of control. Listen, I haven't done anything yet. I'm just playing with some toys here. I'm just hooking up some things. Here's AI Learning Lab. Why doesn't it have our little logo? That's weird. Is this Learning Lab-AI? Oh, wait, this is Pipedream. I don't want to sign up to Pipedream. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Try again. This. AI Learning Lab. All right, authentication successful. Zoom admin, zero accounting. Text belt is good for low volume, by the way. All right. Okay. What did I turn on? Do I have a way to just look at here? Connected. So I've got Gmail, Discord, Google Forms. Sorry, I meant ChatGPT, DALL-E. Sora is good. Okay, leaving for real now. Miss you already. Thank you, Ken. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go back to computer. Here we are. Let's see. Go to my YouTube channel and find any videos that mention the word janky. Active. Okay. Looking up Kyle's YouTube channel. Oh, wait, let me stop. Sorry, I meant the AI Learning Lab channel at Learning Lab AI on YouTube. All right, let's see. Let's see if it can find it now more betterer. No problem. Let me go look at that YouTube channel, search through the videos for any mention of janky. Here's what I'm hoping, because there's a connection to YouTube. YouTube's got all our shit. Lord Digital Gods has chapters in there, which probably mention the word janky. So there's 3 levels to this. The first level is, can it find videos with the word janky mentioned? That would be decent. The next level would be, can it find videos that mention janky and then jump to the chapters that have them? And then the best thing it could do is it actually finds the word janky in the video itself and it jumps you right to that time code. I doubt it's going to be the third one. It could be the second one. It's probably going to be the first one. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Where's Mimi tonight? Side Hustle Mimi not in the house. What up? Adam's going to have PC do nefarious stuff. What are you on again? Right now we're on Perplexity Computer. Again, for everyone, especially the people I'm working with that think I'm just going to turn these bots loose on our stuff, I'm not. Now, is it possible that in learning I just wipe our whole hard drive? Yeah, it's possible. But I don't think I will. What name is this app? This app is Perplexity Computer. No, it's Perplexity Computer. It's brand new as of today. You have to have a Perplexity Max subscription, which is $200 a month, which is a lot. So I'm going to do it for at least a week. Copy, clone the drive. Yeah, probably not a bad idea, Andy. I mean, I think Google Drive has decent backups. Like you can go back to, an image of our Google Drive a day ago. So if it wipes it, we should be able to back it up. But it's probably not a bad idea to confirm that. Free trial and canceled. Yeah, exactly. All right, searching. Let's see. Can we look at what it's doing? Scrolling to the top of the search bar, interacting with the page. Yeah, it's definitely on our channel. Look at that. Oh, look, it found janky. Look, how today's janky AI will reshape tomorrow's work. The future of work from janky to sophisticated. Kyle shows his janky AI toys. It's doing it. It's doing it. Again, there's not much to look at when agents are doing their thing. They're off doing their thing. Copy, clone the drive. Text belt's good for low. AI should be an automatic canceled, or I would forget. Yeah, I know. Joy Purdy. Oh, you got to share. DM me. How are we doing on time? 9:15. We'll just keep. Hey, while this is doing this, why don't we jump over? Here's Napster. Why don't we jump over to Gemini.google.com? We've got new Nano Banana 2. Create image. So we're in fast, so I assume this is the Flash model. If you go to Pro, that's Nano Banana Pro. If you go in fast, this is Nano Banana 2. So we're going to say create image. Ooh, I like Technicolor. Let's do, I'll do the classic because everybody asks for it. Nobody asks for it, actually. 1970s. I think Silver Fox likes this prompt. 1970s, muscle car resto mod in an abandoned factory. We'll add some fun things with a flock of pigeons flying around the rafters and dusk sunlight bursting through the broken factory windows. All right. And then I'm going to hit Technicolor. There we go. Do we want to add anything else? No. We just want Technicolor. Was anyone else on producer AI waitlist? I just received an email saying I'm in now. No, that's good, Steve-O. Good for you. Make it drop bird poo. I almost put, and there's bird poo on the car. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. That's a 69 Mustang, I think. It's got a heavily modded grill, so it's definitely a resto mod. There's pigeons flying around the air. There's dusk sun coming through broken windows. That's pretty fucking good. Should do a montage of my first resto mods to now. That's not a bad idea. 62 maybe. No, that's not a 62. That's a 67 or a 69. I think it's a 69. Oh, you know what else I want to create? Okay, so let's say, let me get rid of Nano Banana for now. And then let's do tools. I don't want deep research. We'll just have it research. I'm going to say research the latest. Oh, this is good. Import and export numbers for bananas globally. Jimmy Hoff in the trunk. All these things you are automatically agreeing to give my Gmail account a headache. Listen. I'm willing to be the fool for you. Okay. So there's a bunch of shit, right? So now I'm going to say Nano Banana, create image. I'm going to say, make me a visually clear and compelling infographic I can show at the National Banana Growers Meeting. Kyle's always taking one for the team. Oh, did your songs go missing? Oh yeah, on Producer AI. Here's what they said on their Discord that Brandon went and looked at the other night. Producer AI, we got bought by Google. Google wants to use their own model. Their model's incompatible with our model, so sorry about your songs. Okay. Ecuador, 4.19 billion. Guatemala, 1.54. Colombia, 1.58. Why are those not in order? Why are those in the wrong order? Why? Okay. United States, 3 billion. Okay, let's go look at the actual numbers. Ecuador, 4.9. Guatemala, 1.54. Colombia, 1.58. I think that's right? 1.18. Yeah. So the numbers are accurate. There you go. Look, it even put the little thing at the bottom by country size, I think. Oh, interesting. Based on estimated global data. Disease threats. Fusarium wilt concern in Ecuador. Price fluctuations. Oh, wait, what's this? Emerging trends and industry focus. I don't see any big typos. They apparently dramatically improved typos. Holy shit, man. If you used to do infographics, or if you're currently in the business of doing infographics, this would be one you wouldn't want to look at right now. To clarify, Producer AI dropped the new model and cleared the old songs. Then Google bought them. Oh. And cleared the new model. Huh. Let's say I want this to be an infographic that was tattooed onto an actual banana, and this is the studio photograph of the banana with all the stats and graphics easily readable. This should look professional enough to be in a magazine. Let's see how it can handle complex prompt. Worth mentioning, you're on 3.1 Flash. Yeah, I'm on. You'll notice down at the bottom here it says fast. So this is in the Flash model, which means this is the exciting thing about this for me is I'm going to be able to give Adam, my bot, access to Nano Banana 2, and I think this is like pretty significantly cheaper than Nano Banana Pro. Oh, here we go. Bang, look at that. Well, it sort of did what I was looking for. That's actually kind of a cool thing. Let's see if we can get it. This is going to be one of those things where Nano Banana is really bad. Once it gets an idea in its head, you can't get it off there. So let's say I just want to see the banana with the graphics on it. It is sitting in a. Why don't we do this? We'll say it is. Let's see. I just want to see the banana with the graphics on it. It is one of many bananas in a bunch in a fruit bowl in a nice modern farm kitchen. Yeah, I was thinking that, Brandon, but I just want to see how good Nano Banana 2 is at solving stuff. Like, if there's not enough room on a banana, does it just make it smaller? Does it zoom in on the picture? Oh, there we go. Look, it did it. Holy shit. There you go. That's fucking bonkers. Yeah. Brandon did a weather forecast. He took some weather data and told it to make a weather forecast. This is pretty good. I mean, like if you were doing a presentation, you wanted something that was memorable, you start out with that shot and then you zoom in on this, then you talk about all the silliness. Pretty slick. All right, let's go back to Perplexity. Out of 929 videos checked, I found 6 videos that mention janky or jank. There they are. This one in title only, this one in description only. Looks like janky is a recurring theme for you. I'm going to say, did you look in the chapters? Are they called chapters? In the descriptions. I want to be able to jump to the section where I say janky. Now let's go click on some of their links. One of the things that you discover about AI is that it'll give you hyperlinks, and often they don't work. How today's janky AI will reshape tomorrow's work. I know you can't hear on YouTube. All right. Reading the expanded descriptions. Okay, that's going to take a while. All right. Well, I don't know how I'm going to get good at this. I gave it no weather data. I told it to get the weather data. TikTok pin. Cool. Ads everywhere. Baby Kyle. I know that was me from years ago, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. My goodness. All right. I think I'm going to get on out of here. Anybody have a request for Nano Banana? You want me to make an image of something? So tomorrow at 11 a.m. on if you go to the AI Salon, community.thesalon.ai, click on events. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m., I've got AI Salon office hours. You should come to office hours. And then tomorrow night is just a normal Friday night, isn't it? Or is tomorrow March 1st? Still February. Okay. So 11 a.m. Mountain Time is office hours, and then 8 p.m. Mountain Time is Friday night date night. Be here or be on a date. Or bring your date here. If you want to get rid of your date, just tell them you want to go back and YouTube and chill, and then put on my channel and watch how quickly they'll leave. Any requests? Oh, let's see. Jimmy Hoffa in the trunk of a 1970s muscle car. This is good. Muscle car resto mod in an abandoned factory with Giant Stadium. Or is it Jet Stadium? It's Jet Stadium, right? Giant Stadium? Which one's in Jersey near that? I think it's Giant Stadium that they said Huff is in the end zone. Anybody? Anybody? Come on, someone's got to have mob history in their in their brain. Don't know. Okay, with Giant Stadium in the distance. All right, here we go. This should be funny. It was Giant Stadium. I knew it. How new is Gemini Banana 2? It is less than a day old. It was announced this morning. Do you remember how long we used to have to wait for these? Yes. Remember that? Oh my God. There's Giant Stadium in the background. There's Jimmy Huff in the trunk. 1970. Nice Challenger. That's good. That's really good. It's a little illustration-y. I'm going to say make it more. This is great, but it feels like an illustration. Make it a cinematic film photo, like Kodachrome or something that makes it very, very realistic. All right, we'll go back to Perplexity. Did it solve anything? Nope. Yeah, it didn't really. Although the Giant Stadium looks better. Little blood on the blanket. Nice. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, everybody. I noticed Notebook LM and the detailed slides and infographic is more detailed and less errors. Cool. From a few hours ago, testing out Gemini Nano Banana 2 and Notebook LM testing. I'm hoping for more features. It looks like it's doing this in 16 by 9. I wonder if I can say, make this a 3 by 4 tall image. See if it's better at doing aspect ratios, because it was pretty shitty at it before. Dear Perplexity. Oh. $5.27. Intro and janky times. Embrace the jank images. Listen to my air conditioner. Oh, you all can't hear that on YouTube. Anyway, you can hear my air conditioner. All right. Well, so Perplexity Computer, that YouTube plugin worked. It could find chapter mentions. It's not doing semantic search, but it's doing pretty good. It's searching across a channel, which here's the thing. You know who owns YouTube? Google. You know what Google's really good at? Search. And they're good at AI now. Why is YouTube not just like this insane data searchable, auto editable monstrosity of a bitchin' ass product? Because they don't have an angry Gen Xer sitting in the fucking corner. Oh, it just squashed the image. That's bad. It made it vertical. I don't think it's 3x4. It's more like 3x5. And it just squashed it. So that's disappointing. I can be insane. Yeah, but you left. So who's talking? Is this a Jimmy Hoffa thing? Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Perplexity Computer looks promising. I'll keep playing with that and see if I can discover anything actually cool about it. I didn't work on Adam tonight, so he's not improved. I have nothing new to report. I am going to try to install the Quen 2.5 flash model and see if it performs decently on my gaming rig. So we'll see. That's classified. All right. Groovy, everyone. Tomorrow's Friday. Come to office hours. I will see you there. If you don't know where that is, go to community.thesalon.ai, go to events, and you'll see office hours. And then I think you even see Friday night, date night, but maybe not. Just come back here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. All right? Groove. Have a good evening, good people. Bye.